No, I've been around some practices that was pretty quiet. We was okay. We know that we let one slip away last night, and we can do better. We need to do better, and it's not over. We got one more game, one more test on Sunday.
Does it feel in a sense today like you guys are kind of still in mourning or a hangover from last night?
I think more pissed off. Pissed off that we allowed that game to get away, and which we should be. That we had control of that game. We need to learn a lesson from that team that it's a 48-minute game, and you have to come out with even more urgency in that third quarter to put this team away. We knew they would come out aggressive and attacking, and they did just that. We didn't control the ball offensively. Now we're playing out the net. I thought we really played right into their hands, where we were walking the ball up the floor and getting into our offense late. We had a couple of possessions where we're fighting the shot clock, and it wasn't from their pressure. It was just us not being aggressive and getting the ball up the floor and getting into our sets. We watched all of that, and once again, it wasn't so much what they did as opposed to what we didn't do.
As a coach, do you feel helpless in that situation, or as you look back on it, are there things you feel like, well, maybe I could have done this or that?
Well, there are lessons to be learned, in that situation. As I mentioned, we talked about that at halftime, that they need to come out, and they will come out aggressive. Defensively, we needed to be even more aggressive defensively. I thought we did some good things in that first half to force misses. We were rebounding the ball, which allowed us to get out into transition, and we needed to tighten up even more with the pressure being on them. And I thought we allowed them to really come down, run their offense, run their sets. We were missing shots that we were hitting in the first half. They were getting transition baskets as well as threes, and that was the difference in the ball game.
Nate, I know some guys would like to look in the mirror and sort of say, what did I not do right for the second half? As a coach, did you go through something similar last night?
I always go through that.
And what did you sort of find?
We didn't execute what I talked about at half. We needed to be the aggressors. You can't come out and get back on your heels in that situation. And they were a calm team. The one thing that I showed how calm they were. Even when we went up by 25, 26 points. You didn't see panic in that team. They got stops. They executed offensively. And that's the same thing, that we needed to do. I thought we were more patient in the first half on the offensive end of the floor, moving the ball. Our spacing was good, and we were able to, get good looks and knock down shots. I thought the second half, we're playing against the shot clock, and we're playing a lot of one-on-one basketball. And we're not getting those shots, and everything is contested. Things that I've been saying over the last few games, being calm, that is what I mean. You have to execute in situations like that. Team makes a run. You don't try to go off and get it on your own. You get to your spots and you run your offense.
It was a different game because I know Ty didn't play, Kevin Love and Kyrie in the fourth quarter. Just did you find it difficult to find what sort of rotation of what guys were going to play well, given that they made that type of adjustment in the second half?
Well, we were adjusting. I didn't see. I thought we did a pretty decent job of matching up. We just didn't hit shots that we were making the first half. The one rotation that we kind of was late coming with was Monte. I was playing Monte with Williams when they took Kyrie out. But that, we should have been able to cover those guys as well as, run our offense.
They seem to be taking away the pick and pop with Miles.
Mm-hmm.
How are they doing that, and how does he counter that to be more effective offensively?
Well, with their, most of it is anytime Paul is involved, they're trapping him. So he has to get out of that, and we have to have our spacing, and he has to make reads. Sometimes he'll have the shot, sometimes he'll have to make the pass. I thought we did a really good job of executing that in the first half.
How much of his struggles do you place on the fact that he should be a junior in college, and it's his first year being a five, or are we past that?
Yeah, I don't think it's, that, he has some looks that he normally knocks down, and Thompson is a monster in there in the paint. And, you learn from situations like this what you need to do coming into next year. And I'm sure it's going to be getting stronger. We has to get more physical. But Thompson is a monster down there on those boards, and trying to keep him off and box him out. Offensively, in making your reads, in pressure situations like that. Just slow the. He has to slow that game down in his mind and take the looks that the defense is giving him, or make the reads. And all of that comes with going through this situation. So you learn from these games and playing against a talented team like Cleveland.
And I know you've mentioned the several challenges you've had to go through this year. Your team, half of the roster was different, a bunch of injuries, trying to figure out which lineup worked best. Just where does this challenge now, being down all three, sort of factor with everything you've had to already go through this year?
Well, it's going to be a test on us. I've been told, three things in life. You have a choice. You can give in, you can give up, or you can give all you got. And and I expect us to give all we have on Sunday. And so how tough is it? We have to win. We're in that situation. We've been faced with that situation the last 2-3 weeks to get ourselves in this position as far as making the playoffs. We had 5 games we had to win in order to get in here. And if we would have lost one of those, we wouldn't be here today. So we've been in that situation, and we're faced with it again on Sunday.
As the point guard, how much do you rely on Jeff Teague to keep the offense moving and executing the way you want it to? Or is it a variety of people who?
Well, it starts there. Your point guard. I think point guards establish that tempo on both ends of the floor. Defensively, because they're out front guarding. Offensively, they are the first to receive the ball, or should receive the ball. So it starts with the point guard establishing tempo, and of course it requires other guys to do their part, whether it's rebounding, getting it to him, running with him, but it starts with our point guard.
Is this a situation where you wish you played tomorrow, or do you kind of need an extra day here to regroup and get up again?
No, we take what we get. We got 2 days. Today was a film session and some shooting. Tomorrow we'll cover Cleveland and get ourselves ready. So, we'll adapt to the situation in front of us. But regardless of whether it's 24, 48 hours, it's still the same situation. It's a must-win for us.
Nate, that first half was the most productive half in Pacers playoff history against the defending champs.
Yeah.
What do you take from that?
That when we execute, we can score. Defensively, we were getting stops, and we was able to run and get out in transition, which we know we're capable of doing it. But it's not for 24, 36 minutes. It's got to be a 48-minute game that you play that. You limit your mistakes. You try to keep this team, control that ball, and keep them in front, and you rebound the basketball. And for 24 minutes, we looked really good. We accomplished all of that, but we didn't respond to the fact that this team elevated its game and went to another level, and we needed to do the same thing.
Coach, you defended Michael Jordan. You've been in those situations against great players.
Yeah.
What's it like? Is it a helpless feeling? What is it feeling on the sidelines when you see a guy get hot like that and you know what he's capable of?
I mean, LeBron is certainly one of the best, and you're watching, what he's doing on the floor. Putting guys in place both offensively and defensively, and just really controlling tempo of that game. And as I showed our guys today, just the calmness of that team, and I think that came from a lot of that comes from what he's doing out there on the floor. So. It's a challenge, to go up against a guy who has a very high basketball IQ. He's making decisions and switching matchups and calling plays and getting the matchup he wants. He's just really, taking control of that game on the floor. So that's what you're faced with, one of the best guys in the league that you're going up against.